Is Monday. Okay, coffee. I'm gonna have to get the tablet. Three, two, one. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is Monday, February 24th, 2020. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Well, I slept well. Slept really well, actually. I feel quite awake, ready to take on the day and the week, and just do it. Let's do it. Oh, had a pretty good weekend. Went to the gym, coached some CrossFit, did a few hours of work yesterday. I'm finding so there's this interesting thing, and I've talked about this before, but I think I'm really honing in on it. If I can take even an hour on Sunday and do a bunch of the little things for work, a bunch of, reply to Amazon reviews or do a handful of other things, then it makes the week go easier. It's less stuff to worry about. It's not a time thing. It's things I have to consider. It's a decision process. And so that's what I tried to do on Sunday. It's what I'm going to try to do, I think, in a more organized way on following Sundays. The idea that if I can do these 6 or 7 things, which each take like 5 minutes, maybe 10, are fewer things. And I feel productive on Sunday because I got some stuff done. It's kind of a good way to start the week, I think. What else did I do? Bunch of meal prep, watch some TV. If you have Disney Plus, if you have Disney Plus, you've got the National Geographic stuff. And there's a show on there called, what are they calling it? Lost Cities. And the premise is pretty simple. It's this guy who's got a drone and all this advanced tech, and they're finding underwater cities and cities buried in the jungle, and it's really cool. It has nothing to do with martial arts, but I watched a couple episodes of that yesterday. I really enjoyed it. And what else? What else did I do? It was almost 50 degrees here yesterday, so I got outside for about 5 minutes to deal with some snow and some ice in the driveway. That was about it. I really didn't get outside. I should have. I wanted to go for a walk and there was too much to do. But who knows? What's the temperature now? Hey Google, what's the temperature?
In Moortown right now, it's 21.
21. So we're coming in the day with 21. It's already light out. It's kind of a good way to start Monday. I think we got this. Then what's going on today? It's a standard Monday. Just getting work done. I'll head into the office and just do some stuff. So I gotta go get my tablet. So I left my tablet charging. Apparently not right here. I'm not sure where it is. So I'm gonna be right back and we can talk about some questions. This is where it would be great to have like a commercial song. Do 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 do. As we go to intermission. Be right back. I got it. I got it. I got it. Here it is. I found it. It was on my desk. Oh, and I cleaned the crud out of my desk. I don't mean the literal crud. I just mean I cleaned my desk. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Frank. If it is supposed to be warmer than yesterday, then that's pretty great. I like winter. I really do like winter. I just wish winter didn't happen in my driveway or on the roads. Winter could happen everywhere else, like all the time, and I'd be fine. It's not about the cold. I just don't like dealing with the snow. Well, with the car. Those are the snow plus car. That's the extent. Come on. There we go. Questions. Oh, coffee. Oh, one of the things I worked on yesterday, I took a look at the first round of feedback from the strength and conditioning program. Finally, people had submitted that like a week ago, and I didn't have a chance to look at it. And it's ready for the next steps. The core programming that I wrote out seems to work. People seem to be happy with it. So now I just need to expand the information that I present to people. So, and that's happening this week. February is American Heart Awareness Month. What should you do if you see someone having a cardiac event? Well, you're not going to know it's a cardiac event. If you know it's a cardiac event, you're already qualified to help them. So you know exactly what to do. If you see someone and you think they're experiencing a cardiac event, you call 911. That's just what you do. If someone's hurt, if someone's sick, if someone's dying, if someone's got a road sign sticking out of their leg, call an ambulance. You don't wait. There's this interesting dynamic that happens now because an ambulance is expensive, and if someone's uninsured, you but some people are stubborn or proud or whatever you want to call it, and they don't want to wait, or they want to wait. They want to deal with it themselves. They don't want to pay the ambulance fee. You have to make a decision on the spot. Which do you prioritize? Their wishes or their health? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go with what the person wants, assuming that they are in a position to make a good decision. And there's nothing. See, there's this interesting thing about, and we talk about this in rural areas, where, an ambulance might be 15 or 20 minutes away. And even if they're driving fast, maybe it's 10, 15 minutes, and then them getting to the hospital. Could be another 10, 15 minutes. Could be 30 minutes. There might be some value in you putting that person in the car and driving them yourself. Now, I know that defies all the official advice, because you could get stuck in traffic and you don't have the lights and all those things. But I've driven people to the ER. Plenty of people drive themselves to the ER, which is really an emergency if you're driving. You do what you got to do, right? There are far too many factors for you to weigh for me to make one sweeping decision on how you handle it. If somebody's having an issue with their heart, if they're telling you, hey, my heartbeat's really slow, or something happens and you check them and their heart's going really fast or really slow, you get them some attention. If they have an allergy and they're carrying an EpiPen, hopefully you know them well enough to know what they might have eaten. Or hopefully they disclose that. I wouldn't really call that a cardiac event, but there can be a heart rate change there. I don't have a ton of medical training. I would like more. But most of it comes with stuff that is gross, which is why I didn't go into the hard sciences, because I don't want to dissect things. So there's the garbage truck. I put the garbage out last night. This is what I do now. I put the garbage out the night before, because they come earlier. Jerks. What are some dietary approaches to prevent heart attacks? Reduce sugar. So I think we've talked about this before. Back in the 60s, 70s, the sugar lobby, big sugar, whatever you want to call it, figured out that sugar was probably the worst carbohydrate that we could eat. And that if people realized that, they might not eat as much of it. And at the time, they were seeing a steady increase per capita of sugar consumption. And they said, we got to fix this. So they paid some scientists to do some research that showed that fat was the problem. So just about everybody alive today, no, not everybody, but probably most people watching this show grew up being taught that fat was bad and that fat should be used sparingly, and that, fat made you fat, and fat would wreck your heart, and that fat, eating cholesterol led to cholesterol, which would kill you, and all the, guess what? It's all lies. Every bit of it. It's sugar. It's carbohydrate. All the things that we have blamed fat for have been caused by sugar and carbohydrate. Are there bad fats? Yes. Do they have an impact on your body? Yes. But if we're talking about natural fats, these aren't the things that are killing you. So if you want advice on preventing heart issues, the number one, reduce sugar consumption, reduce carbohydrate, processed carbohydrate consumption, and get exercise. Bring your heart rate up for things. Doesn't have to be for everything. Shouldn't be all the time. But your heart's a muscle. You can condition it. It can become healthier. And you should do that. And that's part of what martial arts class does. Gets your heart rate up so that the rest of the time your heart's not working as hard to do its work. Heart's a pretty amazing muscle. Started to answer number 3. What are some other ways to prevent a heart attack? If you think about the heart as a muscle, and you think about its ability to adapt to the stimulus we give it, what should you be giving it? You should be giving it long, slow, long intervals of mild increase, like going for a jog or a light run. And you should do things that are shorter and more intense, like sprinting. That happens in martial arts classes. Sparring tends to be that short duration, high intensity movement. And doing basics back and forth on the floor with some intensity is like the jog. There's this idea out there that does seem to be backed up by science that the heart has a finite number of beats that it can handle. And so there are people who say, well, I don't want to exercise because that's going to take away from the beats. Except that makes you more efficient, so it actually extends your life. A little bit of science does not go far. People take a little bit of science and apply it the wrong way and use it to justify their bad decisions. Exercise is good. We know this. What other things can I tell you about the heart? I don't know that I know anything else. No, I think that's all I got on the heart. I saw somebody post on Facebook the other day that they were donating blood, and this donation was going to push them over a gallon, that they had donated a gallon of blood, which blew me away. I think I've donated 3 or 4 times. I'm not opposed to donating blood. It's never convenient. I should probably make it convenient. It's a good thing to do. People need blood. I don't know why I'm saying blood like that. This is what happens when I'm awake. I'm in a silly mood. I'm awake. I'm not feeling stressed. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to the week. Looking forward to next weekend. It's going to be a busy one, but a good one. So, oh, cool. Frank says, my mom acted funny when she broke her ankle. Funny in what way? Frank, Stacy says she's looking forward to a brown bag lunch at UVM, University of Vermont, College of Medicine on exercise as medicine. Yes, go. Tell me all about it. I'm excited. I'm a firm believer that food and movement, when applied properly, are what we need. Maybe not corrective, but if we want to be preventive, yeah, food and movement. Oh, Frank says she wasn't thinking clearly. That's interesting. Um, Pain and the way the body handles pain can be really, really fascinating. And of course, pain signals chemical responses in the body that do all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, nobody out there is having a heart attack anytime soon. I don't think I got anything else. Anything else happening today? I gotta say, I am much happier that it is light out right now. Frank says she didn't let me call 911 initially. Interesting. Um, yeah. Yeah, it's hard when people that you care about, love, respect are telling you not to do the thing that you know is the right thing to do. And how do you reconcile the two of those things? Because if they're really wrong, they have to live with their decision. But you also have to live with their decision. She didn't think it was that bad. Yeah. We never do. When adrenaline kicks in, we never think it's that bad. It doesn't feel that bad. I think it was about 6 months ago, maybe more. I cut this thumb making, of all things, salad. I was cutting lettuce, and I kind of went into it pretty deeply, and I just held it, and I just held it until the adrenaline started to wear off, because I wanted to see what was really going on, and that's my general response. If I take a shot training, it was, are you okay? I don't know yet. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna see what I'm working with. Did I just roll this ankle or did I snap it? Frank says I wrote you a prescription. Is it more Calvin? You don't know what you have when the adrenaline's kicked in. You gotta wait. So I think it's a good time to wind down. So I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'm not gonna give you homework tonight. You don't have to have homework every day. But remember, we do the show every weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern here on YouTube. But you can catch it later at firstcupofderby.com. Subscribe, turn on notifications. We've got another episode of Martial Arts Radio that just went live. I don't know what it is, but it's there. I didn't check beforehand because I forgot. Every Monday and Thursday we do one of those. If you want to support the show, make a purchase at whistlekick.com. Use the code FIRSTCUP15 or contribute to the Patreon, patreon.com/whistlekick. Ask questions, drop some below, and I'll answer them tomorrow. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. Take care. Peace.